Alright, this is Luke's storytelling YouTube thing. My name is Luke and this is the thing. Hello. Halloween is just around the corner, ready to jump out and do an Ooga Booger or two, so I thought I'd take the opportunity and challenge myself, like an absolute tool. So I really would like to try and make a Halloween game, a spooky, scary, 2D platformer game. If you don't know who I am very much a newbie at making games. I've done some stuff badly, and I've done other stuff wrong. But I do know how to Google stuff, which is pretty much all you need, I believe. So as of recording this, we have exactly 7 days until Halloween, and being that my brains are made of spaghetti hoops, this might fail pretty spectacularly. But it might not. In times like these, I try to remember filmmaker Robert Rodriguez's words. People say that knowing is half the battle, the other half is not knowing, just having trust that you will find what you need when you get there. So here, Robert, I'm just a man trying to trust. So I start off by saying good morning to my dog, I make some coffee and I head out into my garage, which I like to call the art hole, and then I make a to-do list. So far, so good. Then I stick on some inspirational horror tunes and just start jamming out ideas on a blank note. I just jot down words that somehow make sense to someone somewhere but not me, until I have some vague idea of what a game might be if someone else were to make it, but I might be able to put something together that they vaguely resemble. It's a very scientific process. Then I start out by creating a new Unity project and I just wait. So whilst my Mac was rebooting, I made a paper to-do list of everything I needed for the core mechanics of the game, and I figured I'd start out with my player character. Now, I'm not much of a sprite engineer, so I swallowed up some from the Unity's asset store for a tenner. What a bargain. Go check out the super platformer assets today for some super platformer assets. It didn't take long to get our Pete is his name by the way, moving and jigging and thinking about his own mortality. So far, so good. So after that I started to lay down, you could say, groundwork. Here, have a lollipop.
Yum yum.
But the day wasn't all sunshine and lollipops, boyo. I tried to add some footstep sounds to my character and it was one of the most frustrating experiences of my life. In fact, don't take my word for it, take my word for it. Okay, I've just had to go for a run because I was working on some audio sound effects for the character, so when he steps, blink, 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 like so every step is a little audio thing. But for the life of me, I couldn't get it to work. This thing was annoying me so much. I felt like the script was trolling me. So anyway, I had to go for a run, come back, relax, get myself another coffee, some spicy crisps. This is the way game design works, I guess. You just have to keep at it until you lose your mind. I'll show you what I was doing wrong. I didn't realise that I was calling the audio cue on every update, which is insane and very dumb and a rookie mistake, but I am a rookie. If I uncomment this out and I hit play, you'll see exactly what happens. With my audio now audioing correctly, I spent the last bit of day one creating some skeleton boyos who were going to be my enemies, and I added some post-processing. It's incredible how much you can get out of Unity's post-processing. It's like adding a little hot sauce to your cheese toast. It probably isn't required, but it tastes so damn good. On the second day of Christmas, Game Jam, my project gave to me a to-do list. I decided I needed to add some interactivity to the game, some basic level design, and some kind of jump scare. Boo! I had a lot of time to crank through on day one, so I got most of the fundamentals down. I made a player, an enemy, some environment, some death, and I even managed to add some sounds, which, let's be honest, sound is half the battle. So on the morning of day 2, I implemented an interactivity system pretty easily actually. I didn't even need to Google it, which is a big win for me. Once done, I moved on to some level design, and to decorate the set I went to OPENGAMEART.org and found some tasty looking trees credit for the artists in the description below. Whilst messing around with the interactivity system, I noticed how cool the Unity logo looked when placed in the world space of the game, where the post-processing added a sort of creepy glowing effect. I thought this might be a cool way to add little hints of backstory, so I placed some text with my own homemade font, and it wasn't too bad. One of the biggest pieces of the game for me is that you're going to have to go into a creepy hole in the ground and do some stuff. I hadn't figured out what the stuff was yet, but I knew that I wanted the game to feel different when you're underground. I find games and movies the scariest when you can't quite see what's around the corner, and so I added a second post-processing module that activates when you fall into the hole. The camera gets in closer, the vignette thicker, the colours desaturate, and all of the music and wind sounds from above ground disappear. Here it is just you and I don't know yet, something scary. Hello. So day 3, in all honesty, I did not have much time to work on the game. I unfortunately have a job, and jobs have a habit of getting in the way of making games. But I did manage to work on that transition from above ground to below ground a little more. I like the idea of flipping the camera so it looked like you were literally in another world. So using various different virtual cameras within Cinemachine, I managed to code in a camera that starts off upside down and slowly rotates back to the right way up. It kind of worked. And it also kind of didn't. But never mind that, because I had a ton of other stuff planned to get in this day. I ended up... So it's day 4? It's either day 4 or day 5. And I'm just staring at the project, thinking. I don't know what to do. You look at the same thing for so long, and it just becomes a nonsense. I need to get some kind of to-do list together, I think, to kind of recenter myself, to work out what I'm doing, because you end up just working on bits. You end up freestyling, and I'm working on stuff that's absolute garbage, that's not going to end up in the final game anyway. So yeah, recentering, figuring out what I actually need to do. Oh god, yeah, my mind's not with it. What an absolute moron. On this day I decided to work on collectible pickups, the idea being that if you collect enough, you will unlock the end state of the game, whatever the hell that was going to be. I found these little goopy guys in the Super Platformer Assets pack, and I thought that with a bit of creative colouring, they look kinda like skin. Perhaps the skin that the bone enemies escaped from. Sounds close enough. So I animated them, gave them 2 states, a regular one and one where they jiggled excitedly when you were near, kinda like how I do when it's nearly dinner time. And I also added in some animation triggers that instantiated little bursts of blood, because why the hell not? It's a horror game after all. Once that was done, given that I had so much time left, oh, what the... Okay, so this morning it's day 6. What the f? I didn't realise that by signing up to a game jam, my entire time stream was going to melt and collapse. Also, I feel like I've been doing a lot, but not capturing as much as I'd like to. You see all these amazing devlogs on YouTube. People seem to be able to not only make the game development part look easy, but the devlog bit as well. But you get so carried away in these things that you forget to record what you're doing. So where are we at with the game? We've got a little while left now. I've got all the fundamentals in place. I still need to add opening and ending scenes. And I just like to spend a bunch of time polishing and getting it all working properly and balanced and everything. And I want to add lots more story. That's a big thing, but there's just not enough time. So let's crack on. With everything kind of sorted in place, I added a final win state of the game, which I won't spoil here. You will have to play the game to get that. And I carefully put together an opening title screen with, and this is important, instructions. I spent maybe 30 minutes on this and then ran into what I can only assume is a Unity bug. After finishing the menu screen, I ran my first build of the game, and each and every time something quite bizarre happened. I tried removing game objects, taking out the post-processing, restarting my machine, Google, everything and anything, and I just could not get it to work. And with the clock ticking away, I just had to take the title screen out altogether, which In retrospect, it's a huge issue, especially given that the instructions for the game are here. But I did not have the time, so in my final hours I ran a couple of quick gameplay tests with my fiancée. Go follow her on Twitch, by the way, at twitch.tv/Gratushka Kitten, link in the description below. And it went pretty well, in the sense that the game scared her so much that at one point, in a fit of panic, she mashed the keyboard and nearly deleted the game. And then the next time she turned into a smoke alarm. And then finally she managed to crash the screen recording software without me knowing. I'll take that as a win. Finally, I uploaded the game to itch.io and got some art from my friend Luke Spooner and slammed together the page for it. A few hours before Halloween hit, I finished the game. Right now it's the 31st of October and I've already had a few people play the game, and yeah, it seems people don't quite know that you can climb the walls, and some people are saying it's too dark and they're getting lost, which is kind of the point. I do think that if I had time to add the instruction pages, I could have framed these aspects of the game. But hey, it's a game jam. You don't get as much time to polish these things as you'd like. Even with its flaws though, I think it's extremely important to take a moment to appreciate any and all wins. So right now, I'm going to grab a beer and watch a Halloween horror movie and just take a moment to chill and, you know, appreciate some stuff. And then maybe tomorrow morning I'll start thinking about the next project, because it never ends. If you enjoyed this video, then check out my previous videos detailing my game dev journey, which started this year. You'd also be doing me a massive solid by hitting the like button and subscribing, and I do like solids. If you're on Twitter or Instagram, you can follow me at LukeofCondor, and that's Condor with a K. And yeah, I'm going to end this video with some of the gameplay footage of my fiancée, because seeing her playing and reacting to the game was maybe my favourite part of the entire process. Kind of made all of the pain and confusion worth it. So yeah, enjoy. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Oh, that's what I'm speaking about, isn't it?
Jumping. You can kind of climb walls that way.
Oh, okay. What would happen if I fell there?
Go there.
Do I have to?
It's the hole at the bottom of the garden.
Oh, okay, so I didn't have to climb. Oh, what is that? What is it? No, what is that? What is that? Oh, no.
You need to hear it to play the game, really.
How do I fight?
You can't fight. Just listen.
Oh god, what is it? No, what is it? 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 Get away!
Wow.
Oh, it's like anxiety.
Remember, you can climb against the walls and stuff.
What is it?
You have to jump over stuff. Yeah, go left. Try and climb up this bit if you can. Yeah.
I climbed out of my clothes.
Do my best again.
I'm never gonna get that when the guy keeps... Oh no, where is he? Oh god, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. left, down. What are you doing? Oh, no, crap. Oh.